So, what is your message for aspiring marketing professionals?
I think few learnings that I have been into the system that I have gained again is first is I think little bit you should again I think not be very sure that okay what you would like to do, like even I was not very clear that but give it a try. I think early phase of your career is not about just doing something which you don't like, but I think give it a try. Even if you figured out that yes this is something that you would like to continue, uh, always have a very open attitude towards learning.
Welcome to all of you to Icons Behind Brands, where we delve into the remarkable journey of influential individuals who have made a significant impact in the field of marketing and branding. I'm your host Devleena, and I'm here with another amazing guest with us today, Mr. Sandesh Gupta, who is a Director of Growth at Mobile Premier League (MPL), with a solid foundation in analytics and management and a diverse portfolio of clients spanning education, healthcare, insurance, gaming, e-commerce. Sandesh's expertise help these companies expand their horizons through digital marketing. So a very warm welcome to you, Sandesh, here at Icons Behind Brands.
Thanks, Devleena. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Sandesh, a lot of talks going on towards technology, marketing, what is the future of marketing, a lot of curiosity. So I'm excited to talk about all these topics. But before that, I would love to know about your background and about your journey so far. Would love to connect the dots from where it has started, from where you have reached. So our viewers would love to know about that as well.
Sure. No, I think typical middle class family journey, I would say, in starting with, right? Born and brought up in a very small town named as Hathras in UP. I was studying there till 10th class. Then my father pushed me, to go to Kota and prepare for in IIT and all those things. So yeah, I think I was in that rat race for roughly 2 to 3 years. Yeah, but yeah, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough that I have landed up finally in IIT Roorkee. So completed my graduation from there, then started my career from software developer. Been there for 2-3 years roughly, but I was not liking that very much. And again, I think software was not something that I would like to continue in my career. So that I realized even in my first year of my journey as well. So parallelly, I did some entrepreneurship when I was with Infosys in the first year, let's say. But yeah, then I realized that yes, and I was handling marketing over there. Then I realized that yes, this is something I would like to pursue. So yeah, I think post that I think yes, when I think I was very clear, then I think I focused and because of some challenges we have to shut down our business after running for around 2 years or so. But then I was pretty much clear that this is something I would like to pursue now. So I think after that joined agency and then couple of more startups and product-based companies, right? And then yes, with all that understanding, I think the one thing that has helped me a lot in gaining a bit about going in depth about digital marketing is when I was working with an agency, because there I think I was getting a lot of industry specific understanding. I think that was one of the turning point for my career, right? Because I think that knowledge even I am utilizing today as well, right? Whatever I have learned in those early years.
I'm sure it is going to be very exciting as well as challenging. So what are the basic challenges you are facing right now, Sandesh?
No, I think at present, I think the industry where I am in, right, it's real money gaming, right? And when it comes any gaming or even I think real money gaming, the first challenge itself is the regulations, right? That is the first thing. And second, US is iOS market, right? And post your 14.1 updates, right? Your 14.1 version of iOS, a lot of things are again restricted by iOS.
So yes, this is a very regulated segment and a very unconventional segment which is now booming. A lot to talk about that because a lot of curiosity is already there in the market about this segment. So how do you envision the future of esports as an industry?
No, I think future is definitely very bright. Reason being that like primarily with esports and with RMG, right? Like games always exist, right? But I think all the live streaming that is happening, all the 1v1 battle, all the multi battles that are happening right now with different kind of games, right? Uh, and I think this is very ever evolving as well, right? So, for example, no one has thought of PUBG. I think that it has become so big in the last 3-4 years. Obviously, yes, a lot of folks, right, in any country, right, doesn't have that support that okay they can go out and play, right? Or like you need some resources, right, for playing such games if you have to go out, or maybe indoor games as well, right? But with esports and with skill-based games, I think it's very easy. It's just a mobile that you need, right? And the connection that you need. I think it just brings that ease. In the end, it brings that sense of winning. And yeah, if it is something like RMG there, you can again earn money as well, right? So all the things are clubbing together. I think future is there, but I think it is again little bit of caution as well, because you need to understand your boundaries as well. This is good. Yes, you can earn money, but yes, there is a element of losing as well. So take your bets accordingly, and be little sensitive towards that. So yeah.
Okay, so we spoke about challenges. Now let's spoke about what are the opportunities it has. What are the unique opportunities of marketing in the esports industry compared to the traditional sports?
No, definitely. I think as I have touched upon this briefly, right, when I was giving a little bit about that, Google is not there and Facebook, is limited over there. I think that itself open a very another Pandora box for a digital marketer, right? So, when you, again, I think in India, when you talk about digital marketing, your 90% spends are happening on Google and Facebook, and then just 10% is not paid. Yeah. Over there, I think it's just a different, channels, different way of optimization. Capability wise, you will find that okay, certain channels are not that great with respect to what Google has already done or what Facebook has already done, right? So Facebook is still there, but I think the key channels are primarily your gaming inventories, right? So there are a lot of DSPs which we call like in terms like who have a lot of publisher inventory with them, and primarily the gaming inventory, right? So that opens a very new thing for you. And again, in a highly regulated market, when you even can't upload your app on Play Store, right, and can be just with App Store, and again you know that Android market is also very big even with India, right? India is anyways the entire market is Android only, but in US also it is roughly 40% is Android and 60% is iOS. So getting Android user is also a little critical, because US is more sensitive towards all these trust factors, right? So India is still fine that people understand, okay, I have to download APK, I know that there is a risk, but still but when it comes to US, you should see that pop up that it might create something, even though there is a word might, right? But people are very very like cautious towards those things. And I think that is again struggle, and then you need to again create a lot of content, bring all those elements that yes, we understand. So I think that thing is critical, and very interesting to see how you can crack those journeys. So I think those things are very new. I think the channels are very new. The type of optimization that you're doing is something which is very different from what people generally do in any other. Because when you look for traditional sports, there first thing is that there is no regulation, right? It's very simple. Like,
easy to understand.
Easy to understand, easy to crack, right? You know the channels, you can go, you can hire any celebrity, right? And you know that, okay, obviously you're talking about certain sport, get that celebrity there and you are done, right? So there is always a playbook for certain things when it comes to a traditional way of, doing marketing. But I think when you look for gaming and I think, and geography wise also it's changed. So there is no defined playbook as such, right? For this particular esports or gaming related segment. So you have to write your playbook and then you have to build on that, and you have to do experiments, you have to understand what is working and not working. So I think this gives you a lot of thrill and challenges that yes, this is very exciting, and keep you continuing on these things.
So every new mover, every new industry has the similar challenges. I mean, when you navigate the way, you have to clear the path for others to come on that way. So how do you leverage the user-generated content and user reviews in performance marketing campaigns for esports products and services and events?
Definitely, this is one of the, I would say, critical piece for us in helping us our growth across, not just for US, even I would say for India also we are utilizing the same thing. So user generated content is something which is helping us in breaking those fears and trust barriers, right? What generally people have, that okay, what will happen if I am downloading this app. So starting from downloading the app, then basically telling the user that okay, what exactly you will get inside the app, then again how you can play, right? And third, even like people have the doubts with respect to whether I can withdraw my money or not, right? If even I'm winning, right, what will happen with my money, how soon I can get it. So I think that entire funnel, right? And I think I have seen people utilizing user generated content only for, let's say, acquisition, or let's say doing some kind of retargeting. But I think the way we are doing it is that we understand that this is a funnel, right? And when you're looking for a user, right, it's just not about acquisition. Even if you're acquiring the user, you have to again handhold him for the entire journey, right? So that you can help them, because again they are coming for certain things, and parallelly it will also help you in again retaining that user for a longer term, because you're giving that kind of experience what they're looking for. Like I'll give you just one example also for our user acquisition campaign that we have done. I think initially when we launched US, right, and again you always look for growth hacks because you don't have a lot of budget when you're doing a 0 to 1, right? So just to get those kind of user generated content, what we did, we created a challenge inside our app where we were like, okay, if you're winning something, you just need to go and upload your video of let's say 10 second or 15 second talking about what game you have played. And we have given some SOPs like standard lines and points for the user to just help them out in okay, what exactly they have to tell in that video, right? And we're just giving a $5 like as a cost. Okay, if you're submitting that video and if everything is following with respect to what we have asked, we'll definitely deposit that $5 in your account. You won't believe, I think in just one day, right, we got more than 200 videos, and that's done. It's like a recipe for me for my at least 2 months of
your content is sorted.
Yeah, and what we have paid for just $1,000, right? And we got roughly 200 videos, and you can play with that because you are getting the full access. You have the open file. You can add any logo, right? You can add that particular 10-seconder, adding any prefix or any post-script or pre-script kind of a thing. So yeah, I think those videos are still live, and yes, I think you utilize those things. You have certain growth hacks that you have to do for something like 0 to 1. So yeah, that is one example. And yes, those content are still live even after 2 years of launch in US. And yes, and I think those are giving, I think, great results so far. So anything that, and it's very simple, right? People are just recording it through mobile, right? So nothing fancy, nothing zazzy, but just simple content and keep understanding.
I think that works, Sandesh, when it is simple, and that is the key challenge of any marketer, to make the thing simplest for the user, and that is where all your brains and all your education goes into just like, I mean, you have to make it simple for the users. That's when it works. Okay, so how do you believe that taking risk and embracing the adventure that can contribute to your personal growth as a leader? It's very important for you to have that personal growth and leadership development in place.
So definitely, I think you can say I'm a living example for that, because I've taken a lot of risk in my career. I think
would love to know about that.
Yeah, so I think I've started my career as a software developer, right? But I was not liking it. Then without knowing anything about entrepreneurship, right? And that is back in 2014-13 types. We just saw that, okay, Zomato has done something, Food Panda has done something, right? And there was like a kida inside us कि यार कुछ तो करना है, मतलब things are not moving by just sitting in that 10 to 6 job, doing some coding and coming out of it, and even doesn't understanding okay what will be the outcome of your work, right? Because you're doing certain piece of code, you don't know where those lines of code will go in that billions of lines of code. You never know how it will go and how it will work, right? So those things were there in my mind, and I've just started. Again, we have seed funded our own business, right? We've never taken any funding, so yes, that was another risk. Starting that business, going through all the ups and downs, right, with your other co-founders that you have, and again, just calming yourself. Yes, things will become better soon, right? Because we have something in the food industry itself. And without any knowledge, even our parents are not like a businessman or something like that. They are also servicemen. you get a lot of pushbacks from your parents that, why you are doing this, you are comfortable. And breaking all those barriers, still, you do such things and learning such things, I think. So I think, yeah, those were certain risks. And I think the biggest risk, I would say that, I have left my job with software company, which is Infosys, roughly after working there for 1.5 years, because I was more into that entrepreneurship and I was seeing that, this is something I would like to continue. But yes, as I told, that there were ups and downs, and you will learn, right, that something is not working. So you also have to take a step back and understand whether you have to continue and put more money or not. So even our own business is not doing that great, not because of the idea is not good, but primarily because of the operational challenges. So yeah,
I think as you said, operation is the biggest challenge, not the business. Business you can grow, but the back end support, the operations, the staffs, I think that is the biggest challenge in this food industry.
Yes, you always have this fear. You're coming from a middle class family, you have this mentality that you have to support your family. Yes, survival primary. But I think if you have dedication and if you know that so I was very clear that I would like to continue in marketing only. The biggest challenge for me was that I was an engineer. I have my background in software developer, so I've just basically utilized that chance and helped myself to come out of that situation, that after 2-3 years, if I'm again looking out for a job or something like that, I don't want to face that situation that I've faced in my early stage of career. But I think, yes, someone has to give you a chance, and I think I believe that piece. And I think what people have shown faith in me, again, I think today as a leader, when I am looking for certain candidate, I generally don't look for their pedigree, their degrees and all those things, right? Because I primarily look for people who are having that hustling, because if you are in a startup, you need that hustle. You need to be a hustler basically. And even if you're not a hustler, I think you should be very positive, have a positive attitude and a go-to attitude, that yes, you can give me anything and I'll do it, basically, like without thinking twice or something like that. So if I'm finding such attitude in a person, I think that is a guy for me, basically.
Okay. So how do you address the cultural and societal biases and prejudice that may exist within your industry and sector as a leader, Sandesh? And this is also one of the questions that was there.
Yeah, I believe it is important to, I think, address this piece, because I think the way you are progressing in your career, I think you will go through a lot of things, right? Then you will feel and you will again become a little more mature about those things, right? So I think few things that I've learned to sort out such things are, one is like little bit of openness with respect to understanding, okay, from where the person is coming from, right? Like that primarily will help in breaking certain stereotypes about that, okay, I know everything kind of a thing, right? And because if you are not having that kind of attitude, then it will always create challenges, right? So I think with openness, not just from understanding what person is coming from, but even if person is having any kind of a issue, this person should not think about twice whether I have to reach to Sandesh or not. Like, this is one thing that I've learned primarily, I think, from one of my mentor in my early career phase. If any kind of situation you are in, right, and if you're facing certain things, I think openness is very important, and I think little bit of empathy that you have to learn, right? So if the person is coming, you have to understand, okay, and you have to start showing little bit of empathy about it. I think these are the two key principles that I've learned from. But yes, with lot of going through that journey, mentorship, and yes, we have also taken some leadership courses as well. Like I was fortunate enough, again, I think few of my mentors have helped me in providing those things, and then I learned that yes, these things are important. I think a lot of companies are now focusing on that piece, so that there are no biases towards anyone. People are very open. They're coming to you, discussing problem statements with you, even professional, personal, mental, anything, right? Because you never know what that person is going through, right? So yeah, I think in that way, MPL, wherever I've worked, right, MPL, Wakefit, all my companies have very good culture with respect to work environment, that people are just very open, and they don't have any kind of a challenge while they are working in those companies.
Super. So what is your message for aspiring marketing professionals?
I think few learnings that I have have been into the system that I have gained again is, first is I think little bit you should again I think not be very sure that okay what you would like to do. Like even I was not very clear that but give it a try. I think early phase of your career is not about just doing something which you don't like, but I think give it a try. Back when I was trying, there were not so many resources, right? And even though I was able to figure it out, okay, what exactly I would like to do. So try out few things, even when you are, even if you figured out that yes, this is something that you would like to continue. Always have a very open attitude towards learning. You won't believe, even in after spending roughly 11 years in this domain, even I am very open to learn everything, and I am spending roughly 1 to 2 hours in learning new things. For example, this AI is happening right now, and again you have to learn a lot of things in help your business and marketing strategies, whatever you are doing. So be very open. Don't ever think that you have learned a lot and you are master of everything. So I think that won't work. This is the second thing that I've learned. And third, I think do a lot of experiments. When people say that think out of the box, it primarily means that you have to experiment. For me, basically, right? So if you can experiment, then only you can think something crazy. You will find a lot of hacks that we have done, or I have done personally in my career. So I think these are the 3 key principles and key learning that I would say. I think open, figure out okay what exactly you're looking for, open to learn, never stop learning, and third is do experiment as much as you can in whatever field you are, basically.
Super. Amazing, Sandesh. It was a wonderful piece of advice and advices actually, and amazing conversation altogether. It was on point, and I'm sure there are so much to dig deep upon this, and I probably need one more episode with you very soon. So we should catch up soon. And thank you for being here, and spend time. Thank you for agreeing this for this episode, and it was wonderful meeting you, Sandesh.